Russia-Ukraine war latest news. China deals Russia a trade setback. The world's second-largest economy's exporters are allegedly looking for roundabout ways to avoid the international sanctions put in place to prevent Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which is further complicating Russia-China trade. Chinese companies have been trying to find ways to avoid Western secondary penalties, according to local business representatives quoted by the Russian newspaper Izvestia. This is particularly true for electronics and other products that are susceptible to these sanctions. This new information comes as Russian companies still have a hard time settling Chinese cross-border payments. There have been reports that nearly all Chinese banks are now refusing payments denominated in yuan. As a result of the ruble's recent depreciation versus the yuan, Russian traders have voiced their displeasure with Chinese banks, which they claim have been taking advantage of Russia's currency weakness. Chinese suppliers had requested Russian businesspeople to permit them to ship supplies through other countries, according to Ilona Gorshinividalens, the representative of the business advocacy group Opera Russia in China, who told the newspaper last month. Gorshinividalens elaborated by saying that this is happening even with non-sanctioned items because Western pressure on China's financial institutions has increased. The director of commercial operations for Empire Rus, Alexei Razumovsky, told Izvestia that the final cost is higher due to commissions imposed by agents who aid with logistics, and that this, in turn, would cause less imports of these products. It would take time to figure out better routes to ship these commodities, Razumovsky said, adding that it would be beneficial to send them via nations that are currently on good terms with Russia. For reaction, Newsweek emailed the Russian and Chinese foreign ministries. A number of other Central Asian nations saw a sharp increase in Chinese car exports to Kyrgyzstan between 2021 and 2023, a pattern that the U.S. think tank the Atlantic Council cited in June based on statistics from the Chinese government and the United Nations Comtrade. It appears that a portion of these made it to Russia. Kyrgyzstan did not spend a fifth of its GDP on automobile imports from any one nation, the article states, but the country consistently undercounted imports even before the conflict. Russia gets exports from China involving vehicles in two ways, directly and indirectly, through third nations transshipments. More than doubling its 2021 imports, Kazakhstan recorded approximately $7.8 billion in vehicles from all sources in 2023. Since the invasion, Moscow's economy has been dependent on commerce with the world's second-largest economy and on China's purchases of Russian oil and natural gas at steep discounts. By 2023, the amount of trade between the two countries had reached an all-time high of $240 billion. Reportedly, payment problems have caused Chinese outbound trade with Russia to be irregular since the beginning of the year. Following a little uptick in May and June, exports to Russia denominated in yuan fell 3%.